Um, So, hello everyone. Uh, as you know, line last in last video I explained about the HTTPS and HTTP. Now today we are going to understand about the different HTTP methods and status codes. So as you know, we are using HTTP for web page for using web page. So there are two things: HTTPS and HTTP. So HTTP is not having the encryption not having any protections, or we can say is not secured. And HTTPS is having the security as compared to HTTP. It is more secure. It is higher security. It contains the high security in the HTTP. So okay, so now today we are going to discuss about the HTTP methods, which are get, put, post, and delete. So you know that there is simple connection between the client and server. Client is the window. Or client is the uh, thing that contains our PC, or we can say this is our PC. This is the server we are contacting with. Okay, so we are going to contact with the server. We are how are we contacting how are we contacting with the server? We are sending the request and we are getting the response. So this is the simple mechanism that is working in the backend of the system. So in between, which type of request we are sending that matters here. Okay. So some requests are given below. That is also called the HTTP methods. That is we are going to discuss today. So some methods are get, put, post, and delete. So suppose our client, our PC, or our web page, or our browser get the request to the server. So or okay. So we have to select which request we have to use: get, put, post, delete. So what is get method? Only to retrieve data. If we want to, if this is the PC and this is the server, we are sending the request. That is get method. Only to retrieve data. Means we have to retrieve data. We have to take data from the server. Server is containing some data. Okay. We are giving back to the PC. So this is the get method is doing. Simple. Just for the information, we need information from the what is server. What information? That is some data. That is something from the website. So that data can be given by the uh, server to the for our PC for our web page. No modification from the data. It's just getting data, fetching data from the server, nothing else. Okay. So we can get data method to fetch data of employee. For example, if there's a company, its company having the server, on its server there are many employees name and email ID. So name and email ID is there on the server. Our PC, our system want to fetch that data from the server. So what we have to do? We have to send a get request. What that get request will do? It will send the request to the API. API will respond with the name and email. Okay. So this is all about the get method that is working in backend side. A second is put method. So what is put method? Here's the put method. So modify the underlying data, update existing data. Suppose there is a PC or there's a browser and there's the server. So we have to modify the data. Suppose some name and email is given. Name is something XYZ and email is xyz@gmail.com. Okay, so we have to modify this XYZ and this xyz.gmail.com. We have to modify both name and email ID, or we have to modify only name, or we have to modify only email. So put method will help us. So I will use the put method. I will give the new name and new email. Okay, I will use put method. I will use the ID on which I have to change the data. I will give the new name and new email ID, and it will change the data on the server, and it will give the response that is 200. Okay, so this is the status code I'm just talking about. So we will discuss in later video or in this video only. Okay, so this is the simple put method for updating existing data of the employee. This is the example, not for everyone. The second is post method. What is post method? Post is like the name is giving the meaning. The post is like giving some data to the server. Suppose some new employee are getting in our company. So name his name is N1 and his email is email. We have to send this data to server. We have to save his name and email. So we are going to use the post method. Okay. Create new source for new data. This is the add new employee API and this is the employee. Okay. So this is all about the post method. The last is delete method. So where it is okay, it is a delete method. So what is happening here? We just discussed about the get method means we are fetching data from the server to the web page. We discussed about the put method means we are modifying the existing data. We discussed about the post method. We are giving data to server. Now, if some employee leave the company, left the company. So what I have to do? I will use the delete method. It will delete the name N1 and E1 of particular thing. So remove existing source, delete employee records. This is the employee API. It sorry, that is the employee. And it will delete the particular employee. It will delete the particular employee data that is his name and email ID. So this is all about the different HTTP methods. And in next video, we are going to discuss about the status codes that is used during the request. So I will give the brief intro of this status codes. What is it? Suppose if I send some request to the server. Okay. So how it will respond? That is the status code. It will respond in no, it will respond in yes, it will respond in some code that's 200 in 100, or 200 series in 100 series in 400 series. So that is called stress code. So that is the brief intro. I will discuss in I will discuss in depth in next video for the status.